My name is Tnuts, and today we're going to be playing some Dead Cells. This is a game that I really enjoy that a lot of you who know me probably don't know I play. Very difficult game, and my first time streaming anything ever, so we'll see how this goes. Might be kind of rough, but hopefully not. So a new update did just come out, version 1.9, and a lot of items got changed. Very cool update, lots of new stuff to check out. But the item that I'm going to be playing with today is called the Swift Sword, something that actually didn't get changed in the update. So you're probably asking yourself, well, why just use an old item when there are so many cool new things to mess around with? And the answer to that is that just based on the way some other things in the game have changed, it has a lot better synergies and it's just more useful overall. So we're also going to be looking at an item that I set myself to start with today called the Tonic. And what this does, it has a ton of effects. Bonus health and several other advantages, but something you may not realize about it is that when you activate it, it also gives you movement speed, which instantly enables the very powerful combination. So the idea here is that hopefully I'll be able to get enough kills with the Swift Sword while Tonic is active, so that I'll just naturally have the push from the Swift Sword without needing Tonic. And then by the time I get to another pack of enemies, I'll be able to reactivate it. On top of all that, Tonic has a lot of other benefits, like giving you bonus health, damage reduction, malaise resistance. A lot of people are starting to realize that Tonic is a pretty powerful thing. And I haven't played around with it too much yet. It's actually a green item, so it's kind of strange to play with a brutality build. But the way it works is that most of its benefits don't really scale or matter based on scroll color. So you can kind of use it like a colorless item now that scrolls are different items. Of course, the amount of bonus health you get is still high, so it is extremely worthwhile to take, even in an off. Alright, hopefully the sound balance is a little better now. I've been informed that it was a little difficult to hear me over the actual browser audio. And I was doing a decent amount of talking, so hopefully that didn't just all go to waste, but we'll see. But so far so good with this. Got myself a 30 kill streak going already, so that's pretty solid. That was a little bit rough. Ooh. Double trouble there. And probably need to find a better secondary than magnetic grenade, unless of course I can find some electric synergy. So far I don't really have anything like that. Another big change with this update is that the numbers of scrolls and fragments in each biome has been changed, so I'm a little unsure of what my optimal pathing is going to be, but we'll just kind of take it as it goes. Probably not worth it unless I have something that has fire. Let's see if we can get something to make the swift sword do a little more damage here. Take a look at this boy's axe. Not great. Alright, nothing too great there. We'll just put that on hold for now. But I actually typically, this is not common for those people that play 5PC, but prefer to run without a shield, dual bind my weapons, and just increase my DPS. I find that when I have a shield, a lot of the time I just forget to use it to block or parry anyway. So, I don't know, I like my roll dodge. Not that the shield doesn't have its uses, very good in certain boss fights, but so is extra damage. Probably go with the promenade here, although it looks like there's a powerful grenade up there. I'll probably have to go snag that. Do a little better for me right now than this magnetic grenade is. And while I am not off to the best start that I've ever had, kind of expecting some, you know, pains getting into the stream. Hopefully things will get better from here. Let's just go to promenade. And we already have a tonic upgrade, so that is pretty solid. It won't change too much, but a little bit of extra damage resistance is always nice. We'll go with Berserker here so that hopefully I can start getting some kills with the Swift Sword's crit active from the Tonic, and then Berserker will kick in, giving me the melee's resistance and damage reduction even once Tonic is worn off. Free target dummy right there. Fish in a barrel. Ooh, that's pretty nice. We're gonna stick with Powerful Grenade for now, though. Cleaver is absolutely one of my favorite items in the whole game, but I think Powerful Grenade is just gonna be a little bit better in the early game. Clearing a curse from a certain biome is going to be very difficult. It seems to have been changed so that that part of the game is a lot more difficult at 1.9. So we got Firebrands here. This could be solid. much just slowed down targets. Shoots an arrow in front. That's not bad at all. I'll probably go ahead and take this. And of course, set up the dual bind now. If you dual bind weapons, you always want to set the one that has the quick animation first. That's typically going to be your ranged item. In this case, Firebrand. So you can see I press the button once, and they basically come out at the same time. This Tonic has the electricity too. That's very nice. Fire on effect then, not bad. And the damage output is looking pretty good. Electricity from the Tonic just trivializes those exploding bats. That's really nice. Done everything here. Let's see if we can find some scrolls down here. Oh, and here we go. On cue. That was a nice little move. Scroll in a treasure chest. Can't complain about that. Go ahead and use the Tonic elite here. And didn't even really need it. It's a good idea to play safe though. Firebrand not doing me much good in there. Generally ideal not to sit in the water while you use Firebrands. Flurried Shock always solid too, but I think Powerful Grenade is basically going to be the go-to for clearing this curse. That's the only thing that I don't really like about Tonic. It doesn't give you much in the way of getting rid of a curse. It basically costs you a skill slot. It actually would be nice if I can somehow, from that cursed chest, get a nice item that I can sub in for Tonic until I've lifted the curse. Go back and take it again. We'll see if that ends up happening for me. That's kind of a lot to ask for, but maybe I'll get lucky. At least it will be colorless, so if it's a skill at all, you know, I can take it. And there's the 60 streak, too. So I'm not going to ditch Tonic at the 60 before. We're not going to get through, but maybe we can get something good there anyway. This build is definitely a lot of fun to use. Swift Sword is just so fun in general. So I'm definitely glad to see it indirectly getting some buffs. Also, just the fact that I consider biome, like, in 1.8, 1.7, bosses were just so hard that you had to build around bosses. And Swift Sword didn't really have any way to get crits against bosses. It was always great in biomes. So it's like, it was kind of an underwhelming weapon. But now, with Tonic, I'll actually be able to get crits against bosses, too. And later on in this run, if I grab Instinct, so that I'll be getting crits with the Swift Sword and reducing the cooldown of Tonic, I'll actually be able to get Tonic up more frequently and get even more crits. Even more damage reduction, even more malaise prevention. It's sounding really, really good. We'll see how good it actually is in practice. Assuming I don't die when I get cursed, of course. That's one thing I'm a little bit worried about. And lost the streak there, but I had the Tonic active, so no malaise taken. Did take a little bit of damage, but nothing bad. Already had 60, so doesn't really matter. Got Explorer's Instinct, so am I missing any scrolls here? I actually haven't really been counting. And I did, and there's actually food back there too, so... you know, for the sake of making this a relatively quick stream, I'm not going to try to go into every shop and every door that I possibly could. Especially the 2 BC doors that open up, which generally just have cells, which, you know, those are basically worthless on 5 BC. And I actually have 3 scroll fragments, which is nice and unexpected as well. I think I must have gotten lucky and gotten a bonus fragment. Not to mention getting a little lucky with that dual scroll and not having brutality on it. If that makes sense. Kind of a weird way to word that. Let's see if we can just go ahead and... I don't really have much synergy on either of these items, but let's try and get a better powerful grenade. The way the shop works now is you can just keep re-rolling without having to pay. Ooh, this has got some burning synergy on here. This is nice. Probably go ahead and take this. And hopefully this thing can just carry me through prison depths. From what I've seen in the few runs that I've done on this patch so far, I basically just started playing this a couple days before the official release came out, so I haven't really been in the alpha or beta much. Yeah, let's not worry about that. The early game is much, much harder, especially Prison Depths and Corrupted Prison, which I think are now the 2 hardest parts of the whole game. I think Corrupted Prison is even harder than Prison Depths, so luckily we're not going there right now. But those enemies have a ton of health. And you have to take a curse. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take the curse, but if you're not going to take the curse, then why even go? So it can be pretty tough. So let's do it. And if I explode, then we'll call it a unsuccessful first stream. But, you know, you got to try it eventually. Let's just go ahead and rip the band-aid off right away. Ooh, my God. Okay, so... Ice shards, these things are just freaking incredible. They are not brutality anymore, but for the sake of staying alive in prison depths, having this slow sounds just so good. I think I'm gonna do it. It's not gonna do any damage, but hopefully it can keep me alive anyway. And then after we get out of prison depths, we'll have to replace that for something that actually can do some damage. And let's go with Instinct right away. So hopefully I can get that powerful grenade up just a little more often in here. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about health. Let's take Instinct. It's a little early to do so. It's only giving me 0.3 seconds of cooldown reduction per hit, but I think in here it's going to be worth it. And can we get something good to replace the Tonic? No. It's a colorless quick bow, which is actually insanely good, but obviously the point of this run is to use the Swift Sword, so can't be doing that. Nice thing about ice shards is the enemies basically don't even get to play the game. I just blow them up so fast. The slow lasts for 5 seconds. They basically can't do anything while they're slowed. Missed that jump right there. But as you can see, these things have a ton of health. It's taken me kind of a lot to kill these things. Got the curse down to 2. It's pretty solid. Probably jump in there and take this guy on in just a second here. With crits, of course. As you can see, I was able to just lay into him without even having to think about it because of the slow from ice shards. And we got the curse lifted, so that's a huge step. We should be good at this point. And he's just taking forever to do that spin. But Ice Shards is actually just completely ridiculous right now. I think the change to survival was really good for it. It works great with the really slow survival weapons, but it doesn't do that much damage anyway, so it's actually still usable with Brutality. It's not nearly as good as it used to be with, say, Oiled Sword, which was just a ridiculous combination before, but definitely still usable off-color just for the slow. Like, that slasher couldn't do anything. You got the crits back. And an invisible. Oh, that was rough. I don't know if those guys were invisible or if I just missed them somehow. But I definitely bit off a lot right there. Got Tonic back though, so. Alright, we're good. Didn't actually take any melees, which is the biggest thing of all, but losing that much HP is not fun. For any reason. Alright, let's see if we can get a better Swift Sword here. And we will, because I enabled only Swift Sword in custom mode. So if we're probably looking to play this with either Boy's Axe, Throwing Dagger, or Firebrands later. Flammable Oil and Rooted, and an arrow in front. Those are all solid things. No extra crit damage. Crit damage would also be really nice. Why don't we re-roll this? The Swift Swords don't seem too partial to getting bonus damage based on dots or other affixes. It likes to get the crit damage. And an inflammable oil combined with an arrow. That's pretty solid. I think maybe we'll... Does this one also have that? Inflammable oil, arrow... Yeah, this is the same thing, but cheaper. Has biters instead of remains explode. That's fine. We'll go ahead and take that one. with those crits, it just takes forever to kill those things. Like, man, I don't know if this is what Motion Twin intended, but damn. Prison Depths and Corrupted Prison are hard as hell. I think probably every time I've died at 1.9 so far has been with those two biomes. And I guess I'm feeling a little crazy right now, because we'll see how this goes. Alright, that could have been infinitely worse. Ice shards. Just, he couldn't do anything. And if you can get the crit and just continue fighting enemies, you don't even have to reactivate Tonic if you're actually in any kind of danger, and then you can do it with bonus health and allies reduction instead of needing to rely on it to get your crits. Which definitely makes it pretty valuable defensively. I'm a little surprised he came up here with me. Alright. Elite Lacerator, let's give that Tonic a couple seconds. And again, that just shows you how insane Ice Shards is. Could not do a damn thing. Ooh, Slasher almost caught me there. Alright, let's play this a little carefully. Oh my god! Sometimes you just have no idea what you're gonna find. And you can see a faint outline if you look real hard, but I'm not just gonna sit around and make you guys wait while I look for those outlines. That seems pretty boring for you guys. Nice. Needed that a little bit. Took a reasonable amount of damage in here, although Tonic makes having not full health feel quite a bit safer than it otherwise might. I don't really see anything I want here. Let's just grab something and sell it. You know what? For the sheer scrolls and for access to Graveyard, I think I am gonna go toward Conjunctivius, which is not something I would normally do with a melee weapon, but I'm feeling pretty good about where we are right now. Frenzy could combo extremely well with this. At some point, I'll probably drop Berserker once Instinct's crit cooldown reduction from crit gets high enough that I don't really have to worry about Tonic being on cooldown anymore, and I can just use that to avoid melees. Maybe that would be good to do now. Go ahead and go Frenzy, Dead Inside, Instinct. That sounds pretty busted. I think I'm gonna do that. And Frenzy actually did get nerfed. And I'm not sure how much, but let's find out. Hopefully I can rely on it to get my HP. Because can't take food anymore. But having a larger HP pool also synergizes really well with Tonic. So, good thing I popped that Tonic right before that guy slammed into me. Could have been a lot worse. not really looking like I gained much health there. These tentacles. That was tripping me up for some reason. On the boss fight coming up especially. Lost many no-hits due to those. Of course, with Tonic, it's not going to be as big a deal if I don't get a no-hit, but no, you always strive for that anyway. So after fighting all those guys, I actually gained 6 HP out of 2,000. That is a substantial nerf. So we got a Tonic 7, Powerful Grenade 7. We're probably fine. I'm gonna save that money for now. You know what? Let's not worry about this. Ancient Sewers really loves its trap rims. That's actually another thing Tonic helps really well with. So any kind of trap rim like that. You know what? Let's see if we can get something other than ice shards now. We shouldn't be in a horrifically threatening cursed situation again. I don't think. Got a throwing dagger. I actually can't afford it. I don't have bleed synergy anyway. Would have preferred firebrands, probably. Although, you know what, on Conjunctivius, I take that back. Throwing dagger is just so good on that boss. Even if I can't get to him with my actual sword. The auto-targeting in the range makes it worth it. So, let's kill some guys, get some more money. Did actually gain a tiny amount of health there. So I guess the food is just gold now. Let's take that inside. That would have been nice to pop me up to 100% health, but you know, I think I'm gonna be okay. Oh god, what did I just do? Where even am I? That was surprising. He's not gonna come after me. Oh, he's the shield one, so they're all gonna stay down there. Pain in my ass. Alright, that's a nice amulet. Should get a solid amount of damage out of that thing. Maybe get a little better HP absorb frenzy here. Even with 2 scrolls, ice shards can still kill those bats. Those things just have no HP. I wonder if it would stop killing them at higher difficulties. It definitely might. Or not higher difficulties, but further biomes, as my scrolls do not increase. Oof. Good thing I popped that tonic. That's another nice thing about it. I probably approached this guy at the wrong time. We should actually be fine here. Lost my kill streak. I don't know how close I was to 60. Ooh, my God. Got me there. Those mushroom dudes, I think they're called impalers, are not fun when you're not paying attention to them. But yeah, I mean, so far, you know, 72% HP, one tick of melees. I think this build is working out pretty. Immediately just get hit by a whole shitload of stuff. So, yeah, I will stop doing that from now on. Never talk about how well your run is going. Get all those scrolls, oh my God. Just casually come grab this. Just meander on over here and grab this one. God, is it my birthday? Look at all this stuff. This is ridiculous. Thank you, powerful grenade. What an incredibly descriptive name Motion Twin chose for that weapon. This grenade is powerful. What should we call it? How about powerful grenade? What else am I missing? Got another scroll back there. Definitely have to pop back and get that. Definitely have to pop back and get the throwing daggers, but let's... There's a boy's axe over here. Let's definitely take this. Money's always good. A boy's axe that does extra damage to rooted targets? That's allowed? Does it increase its own damage? I'm actually not sure if the target is considered rooted when it hits or when you recall it. That's insane if it does, though. Like, normally Motion Twin makes it so that kind of stuff is banned. Like, firebrands absolutely cannot do bonus damage to targets that are on fire. So I'm surprised to see this, but man, that's free. We're gonna go with the throwing daggers. The throwing daggers are just gonna be so good against conjunctivius. There's no reason not to take that. Except for the obvious fact that it costs money. No, we don't need to worry about going down there. And there's the third key as well. That's solid. So I don't know if I'm having frame drop issues. I hope I'm not. It looks like my streaming app has just informed me that 12% of them have been dropped, so. I'd hate to interrupt the stream and look at that, but hopefully this is tolerable to watch. You know, I almost wonder too if it's worth going back and trying to kill some enemies just to get the help with Frenzy. Okay. No, let's not worry about it. We're just gonna go ahead. Please tell me I took the... Yeah, there we go. Thank God. Do not want to have to run all the way back over there. Hey, are you seeing any frames dropping or anything?
Mine has been a little laggy. I didn't know if it was my internet or your internet. And I turned the sound off because it's like the lights heavy volume.
Gotcha.
But I have
Hasn't been too bad?
like been doing videos.
Okay. Talking to Gwen over here. This is her channel that she has so graciously agreed to host me on and help me set things up in general, so many thanks to her. Oh, don't worry about that. That's not... Well, I mean, if you want to, you can, but I'm sure it's not a huge deal. Okay, Frenzy. You know what? Let's just stick with this. Maybe I can actually absorb a little bit of health against the boss. That would be pretty sweet. Normally I would not want to fight Conjunctivius with a melee setup, but hopefully the throwing daggers will make that easier, and the overall movement speed buffs and mobility in general. I don't know. We'll see how it'll be. Bonus health. Alright, I've actually gained HP so far. That wasn't great. Always trip me up. They're just so spastic. Oh, whiff with that power move. Back. There we go. Honestly, this is going pretty well. Ooh, got me there. Gotta stop saying stuff like that. Got him. That was very solid. Frenzy did next to nothing. Not really sure. I mean, if you're taking dead inside, you don't really have many other options for recovering your HP, but otherwise, not really sure if you should ever be taking Frenzy anymore. It seems so bad. Alright, so we will definitely go to Graveyard, try and make up some of that HP that we're down. Cooldown reduction is continuing to improve. Maybe things will get a little more painless, hopefully. Died. Apparently not. We have Tonic back already. Yeah, this is going pretty well. That bonus health and Malleus prevention, I can just tank that. That's insane. We're about 99% sure this thing is going to get nerfed. Let's go grab the key, and we'll come back to you. Alright, so Frenzy, not totally useless maybe. I've gained 13% HP so far. Might just continue getting stronger the further we get. Absolutely need to be looking out for some kind of weakness in the aggressive since I'm using throwing knives, which I think I've been calling throwing daggers this whole time. Not really a big discrepancy, but let's get it right. How am I not making it up? There we go. So yeah, this is already getting a lot stronger by the time my taunt. Oh my god. Ooh. What kind of affixes can Firebrand have that are... I mean, I've got inflammable oil on this. I think I'll come back and take it before I leave, though, because the 100% damage taken is not great. And I'll have to re-roll it. Anyway, like I was saying, before I got insanely sidetracked by that amazing firebrands over there. Wow, those guys just melted. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Dang, now I'm just straight up forgetting what I was talking about. Too much going on. I think I was talking about the fact that Instinct has started to scale up a lot with scrolls, which has greatly increased the cooldown reduction, and now by the time my Tonic is wearing off because of the amount of crits I'm getting and the cooldown reduction from Instinct, it's actually only like a 5-second or 6-second cooldown until I can use Tonic again, which is just completely insane. And as I keep getting that cooldown reduction higher and higher, it's just going to keep getting better and better. Another thing in this new update that they changed is that shops scale, or shops present items to you based on your scroll category instead of item type. But I reverted it back to the original settings. Normally I actually like that change in the game, but when I'm trying to showcase a specific item, it makes it a lot easier for me if I can go into the shop and play the old way, where I'll be able to just bring up melee weapons and make sure that I'll be able to grab one of that item that I have selected. But I think Motion Twin kind of intends it to be a personal choice type thing, because they didn't disable achievements when you take it. It's kind of just like, here's an alternative way to play if you want to. We think the other way is better, but if you still like the old way, you can. And you know, that kind of choice is nice. That's quite good as well. I don't think so, though. Probably take that legendary firebrand still. See what kind of affixes I can get on there. Gotta love those baguettes. Motion Twin does not make it a secret that they're French. Ooh. I forgot to pay attention to the number of enemies alive so I can take this curse chest. Actually, I forgot that I was going to have to take another curse entirely. Should be fine. I mean, I can just pop into one of these doors. And if there's no enemies in there, then I can just pop into the next biome. This looks a little iffy. Well, we're just gonna get right out of here. Got a couple kills though. But did I set myself up to get killed by traps too? I probably could have scouted ahead, but again, not really the most interesting thing to do while you're streaming. You know, I could just take this. Take it for now. We'll come back to the legendary one. Let's go ahead and unlock this portal so I can come back here. There's a swift sword down there, actually. But I'm pretty happy with the one I have. Probably not necessary to check out. Is there a way to get to him easily? Sorry, is that another cursed chest in there? My god. How lucky am I feeling? This guy's just being very annoying. I don't know if it's worth it. No, of course it is. Whew. Another Inquisitor right away. Should take care of that problem. Huh, I swear that thing said this was going to be a cursed chest. I guess I'm blind. Anyway, got the curse lifted. Let's get out of here. Can't forget about that legendary firebrand. Definitely not. So if you don't know, legendaries used to be really powerful because they gave you 3 scrolls, and a regular item only gave you 2 scrolls. Now, in 1.9, no items give you scrolls. So legendaries got nerfed a little bit, and I feel like Motion Twin was kind of on the fence about this. I remember seeing in their patch notes that it seemed like it was kind of a tentative / temporary change, but they left it this way for now. But there are still some other benefits. First, let's look at this stuff. Oh, we've got inflammable oil and burn. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're about to just win the game with this Swift Sword, because that is going to be so busted with firebrands. Alright. That is awesome. Anyway, so legendary items still always have a starred affix, which is powerful. Or, in the case of this firebrands, you can get one of these Scold affixes, which is basically considered a starred affix. And they're slightly cheaper to reroll, or at least they used to be. I'm not sure if that's still the case. But we're obviously going to reroll this because 100% damage taken. I mean, you know, maybe if it was on my main weapon and I was inflicting 100% extra damage, it would be worth it, but not on a firebrands on my off weapon. Swift Sword is going to be doing most of the work, so let's take this, and it's just got straight up 15% damage and arrow in front. That's pretty good. No real synergies with anything else, but I'm not actually really running anything else.
I guess the Tonic gives Toxic Cloud.
wonder if I should try to replace this powerful grenade. Maybe try to replace the tonic, but... So you know what? Frenzy actually did some work there. Combined with tonic preventing me from taking damage, and Frenzy extremely slowly recovering my HP, I got back up to 99% health. That is quite good. I didn't even go into the shop, which is why I went to Graveyard, so I'd have access to the shop to buy myself a nice flask if I needed to. And I'm getting hit already by the very first enemy. Not hit it. No, not too bad. I had tonic up, so at least I didn't take melees. Hopefully we can recover that HP soon. Oh, that was pretty convenient having the demon drop right on that guy. Alright, wait for you to finish up over here. And you are done. So after picking up this Swift Sword, my damage is just through the roof. It is the night before the 4th of July, and fireworks are going off, and my dog hates it, unfortunately. Luckily, Guen from Guen Gaming is also here to help comfort him. Or I probably wouldn't be doing this stream right now, because I'd have to be taking care of him. But I know she's also excited about the server wipe of Atlas coming out tonight, so I'm doing my best to get this finished up before 11. What time are we at now, Gwen? We're gonna be kind of close. I think I can do it. I'll probably have to skip High Peak Castle, which, you know, my damage is so high, I think it's gonna be fine. Really? Cool. Good luck to you guys. I'm sure y'all will kick ass. Ooh. Double trouble with those guys. That was a little scary, and this is a nice amulet. Demons being immune to... Ooh! I got caught there. Got. Go ahead and reduce the infection level there. But yeah, demons are immune to fire. Which, I think was kind of put in place because fire weapons were just so good in general. So it's like a slight nerf. There's not really much... You know, fire also doesn't work in water. So fire has some slight situational aspects, but not really worth getting worked up over. Man, I feel like I just have tonic constantly, and it is ridiculous. Combined with the constant crits and 100% damage to enemies covered in flammable oil, it's just... I mean, this is unreal. Yeah, I really... Can I just stop doing that? Because I am getting myself killed every time I do. Do not talk about how good your run's going. here we are at the end. Just go ahead and explore over here for the sake of getting Explorer's Instinct faster. Make sure I've picked up all the scrolls, etc. Actually refraining from using Powerful Grenade for the sake of trying to get as much damage with the sword as possible for the HP recovery. You know, I'll come back to this. That is not bad.
Okay.
Damage reduction. You know what, though? I'm going to be getting Powerful Grenade so fast. I'm going to stick with that. We'll just re-roll that shortly. Or pick up something else in the shop, that is. Maybe another Powerful Grenade, actually. And that's just a teleporter. So where have I not been? Down here? Oh, guy's going for the wombo combo on me. Another skill shop. I should be set with whatever. You know, I can probably try to take. I should probably try to get a better tonic. That's probably the most important thing to do. I could eat. No, go straight HP. Melted that guy. Giant bird man. Don't remember what they're called right now, but they are pretty annoying. Definitely one of the hardest enemies in the game. Go in here and take the free money. Literally free money sitting there. That's what I'm talking about. And there's also going to be an item over here, which is also money. Believe it or not. I'm not going to take the multiple Nox weapon. So let's just, I still don't have Instinct yet, Explorer's Instinct. How is that possible?
Yeah, it's like I literally had
Let's go this way. There is a Bloodthirsty shield over here that would be super good if I didn't already have this synergy with the Firebrands. Normally I like to take a shield against the giant. It's extremely valuable for parrying his whatever those lasers he shoots are. But it would really kill my damage if I did that. There's nothing even over here. Sorry for wasting your time if you're watching this. Where have I not been? There we go, okay. Another off scroll, which is totally fine. Go ahead and boost that tonic. Bonus health with that. There it is. And we have another scroll and another fragment. Oh my god. We are set.
these guys are just melting at this point. Except for him. Didn't actually take any damage there. Thank you, Tonic. Ooh. That went about as well as it could have. It could have gone much worse.
Is junkyard? Okay.
Fire Brand's 12, that's a lot more damage, and it still has 15% damage, and extra damage to bleeding. This thing is nice. I gotta take this. See, like, normally I would never want to get rid of a legendary like that, but legendaries just aren't what they used to be. It's kind of sad. Took that right in the face. But that's what this build is letting you do. I'm able to tank things with my face. Super ridiculous. Okay, so we've pretty much got everything. A couple chest rooms we could go in. But for the sake of speed, I'm just gonna try to go past that. And we have a Tonic 12 immediately. Look at all that. Oh my god. It's gonna be incredible. You know, Corrupted Power could actually be an extremely good combo.
Depends on the week. I try to do more with our group.
With Tonic.
Schedule it.
We're gonna take this knife dance. This is gonna be extremely good in the next couple bosses. Gonna hit both the giant's hands at the same time. Gonna activate synergies for me against the Hand of the King. Gonna be able to hit librarians. I think we're set to get out of here. Only, quote unquote, only 89% HP. But we're cruising. You know, this is actually my first time playing Brutality all the way through on 1.9, and it's going well. You know, Brutality has historically been my favorite scroll type, and it's still doing great, but Tactics is a lot better now too, and Tactics is really fun. Anyway, I've got a good feeling about this one, but we'll see how it goes. And that damage is just unreal. You've already got him phased. Did lose my crits, and the hand pushed me into one of those guys, those fallen guys. Ooh. Basically tanked that right with my face as well. Take that cool. And that was pretty clean. We did take one hit, but I didn't actually end up losing more than 1% or 2 of health.
I just dashed through that.
Not trying to kill that. And like I said, I gotta hurry, so we are skipping high peak capsule. Normally going there would be probably worth it, so I could hit some enemies with Frenzy and get some health back. And also, 2 more scrolls. They would most likely be off-color scrolls. It's still good. Don't think that's not good. And you know, my damage output is fine. I'm actually gonna take the HP here. Am I crazy? I might be crazy. I'm doing it. My off-color scroll count is pretty low. I really haven't gotten much in the way of challenge rifts or cursed chests along this way. You know, they kind of spawn randomly. You never know what you're gonna get. In fact, I don't think I've gotten any the whole run, but that hasn't even mattered. I mean, there was the cursed chest in Prison Depths, but that's 100% spawn. Same with the Graveyard. Enough talk. Let's go on to the hand. Alright, you little bastard, you're getting some hits on me. Go ahead and just take that right with my face. Ooh. Pretty clean overall. Definitely took a couple hits. Tanked a couple of them on purpose, but I mean, that was about as easy as it gets. Onto the Astro Lab now. If you haven't reached 5 BC yourself, warning, this is where the spoilers start. How much bonus health am I getting from this thing? 63%. That is pretty good. And I'm being a little reckless here. Let's go back up here. Not be too crazy. Ooh, can't believe he got that hit off before he died. Really need to be using the tonic more. Although ideally I'm... Oh my god, those biters possibly just screwed me over. Let's see if we can just end this while I have tonic active. In fact, it was extremely impressive. Getting a little sloppy now. Those guys riding on the books, in case you don't know, are notorious for being extremely annoying. Probably the hardest single enemy in the game. Manageable if you take them one at a time, but definitely annoying to fight with someone else. Make sure we take this before we go too much further. Buff up that tonic a little bit more. It's now up to 65% of my missing health as bonus health. And that's with off-color scrolls. I mean, that guy went down in like 3 hits. That was a little tight. Man, I cannot say enough how ridiculous Tonic is in the late game. I mean, basically, as I said earlier, my only real concern with it was getting through the more difficult curse chests of the game. Once you're past that, there's no reason not to take it in almost any build. Maybe in tactics where you're trying not to get hit in the first place and the bonus health doesn't give you as much. You might rather have an ice armor. But that also probably depends on the build you're playing. Like, you could definitely play Frantic Sword and just... Ooh, that was so bad. But thanks to Tonic, no real damage taken. Still missing the other key. Gonna have to head back. Looks like this way. The thing that makes those guys so difficult is just they're so unhittable while they're attacking you. So you can't just kill them while other enemies attack you. You have to deal with it, which can be rough. That's why you need like skills like Knife Dance, Lacerating Aura, a few others that just hit in a circle or above you, have auto-targeting like Electric Whip or Magic Missiles. Very valuable to have in this biome. Ooh, I got clubbed by the defender. Paying too much attention to the librarian. That's the flying book guy with the laser beams. Let's go for the tonic bonus health. Malaise is starting to get up there a little bit, but because I have dead inside, it doesn't hurt quite as much. Obviously, I can still take a lot. This is just a lower room, but hopefully it should put me a little closer to Explorer's Instinct too. there's the other elite, and we've already got both scrolls, so wait for this tonic here, and let's go. Give me that HP. Alright. Back down at the bottom. Let's get out of this place. Ooh. Got a little lazy with that tonic there. Took some hits I could have avoided, but man, didn't even lose that much health. Probably got some decent rally going. And didn't take any melees. Won't let me grab it through the wall there. We got up here. Can't really see, but the tonic should be up soon enough. I literally don't even have to worry. Did take a hit though. Probably my fault. I think I had knife dance ready. Could have just blasted that librarian with it. Didn't do enough thinking there with my brain. Believe it or not, that's actually kind of important to do. These guys are a-holes. We're gonna chill until tonic's ready. It should just be a second. That was so easy. Alright, we don't really need anything. I mean, Explorer's Instinct hasn't kicked in yet, but I've gotten 2 scrolls. I'm pretty sure that's all there is here. And, I mean, what am I going to buy from a shop? The only question now is if I want to replace something. You know, I think at this point, it's worth ditching Frenzy. Adrenaline used to be extremely good for boss fights. But with Tonic, where I can just take damage and get extra damage dealt, and then not actually take any damage because I had bonus health, that is definitely worth considering. We're obvious. You know what though? Let's just play this as safely as we possibly can. Not that I think there's any chance of me losing here, but Instinct, dead inside. Soldier resistance. I have 50,000 HP. Bonus health. I really should just flask here for the overall sake of safety, so that I'll drop my melees. But no, I'm too cocky. I'd like to clear this with a full flask. Let's see if we can do it. Time for my medicine. Well, I'm not going to get a note. In fact, doing very badly in general. He's just chilling over there and I'm ignoring him. Oh, that knocks you off the wall. Has that always been the case? This is going real bad. I'm just going to flask. But I won't attribute it to the run or the weapon. I think I'm just playing badly. damage maybe just a little lower than I would normally like. But this is definitely usable. Double armor, that's pretty rough. Surprised to see this room as well. But we are in the final phase. Alright, well, a pretty rough collector fight, but I mean, considering how well the rest of this run went, I really can't complain. The Swift Sword obviously was extremely powerful in the biomes. It's always just been a weaker weapon against bosses, but now, not quite so bad. Honestly, this thing is much better. I would recommend it to just about anyone if you have a tonic. Even if you don't have a tonic, just because of how much more difficult the biomes are and easier the bosses are. Still a better weapon in general. Probably a solid. I don't know. I probably wouldn't put it quite in the top 10 melee weapons. Maybe like a low A tier, high B tier weapon, but pretty solid. And if you actually made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I hope the frame rate drops weren't bad. I'm going to have to check on that afterwards. Hopefully the commentary and the gameplay was tolerable. I'm sure there are better streamers than me out there, but I'm trying to get into it. I find this game really enjoyable. And again, yeah, thanks so much. If you have any feedback or comments or things that I could do better in my streams, please let me know. Likewise, if there's any weapons or builds that you'd like to see me run, let me know, and maybe I'll do one of those for you. Y'all have a good night, and 4th of July is tomorrow, so have a great holiday. And I'm obviously very new to this, as the stream is still going. There we go. Okay, have a good night, guys.